Hi there, welcome to Medicine for the Soul. Today's yoga practice is part of the series of relieving lower back tension, and our focus today will be the hamstrings and the hips. You may need a block or two, so go ahead and grab that and let's get started. We're actually going to begin our practice standing up to warm up the body before we get into our hamstrings and our hips. So at the top of the mat, go ahead and bring your feet about hip width apart. You can take both your fists, put them together, place them in between your big toes, and that will tell you the optimal space between your feet for your hips. So hands are going to be on the hips first, and we're just going to roll the shoulders a few times. Just loosen things up here. And we're going to cultivate a little bit of heat in the beginning, and that usually helps your body to begin to release any tension it's holding, especially when we get into the hamstrings and the hips. Go ahead and shake out your legs a little bit, shake out your arms, just kind of get things loosey-goosey. All right, and we're going to run through some modified sun salutations. You're welcome to go into full expressions if you wish. Lower core engaged. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Reach really high. Get a stretch there in your side ribs. Exhale, go ahead and fold all the way down to the ground. Take a deep inhale, come up halfway, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold, grab opposite elbow, slightly bend the knees if you need to, and let your lower back kind of just relax for a moment. You're going to feel the stretch in the back of the hamstrings here. Make sure your toes are spread out. You can swing side to side. That will usually get you a bit deeper into the stretch. You can also swing your arms forward and back. Stay here for just a few seconds. We'll do some spinal rolls and then get into the sun salutes. You should already feel a stretch in your hamstrings. You can also kind of go up and down with your whole torso. All right, go ahead and release your hands down, chin to chest. Slow inhale, rolling up to standing. Keep your lower core in. Reach your arms up to the sky when you're ready. And on the exhale, hands to your heart. Lower belly engaged again. Deep inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Deep breath in, halfway up, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold, hands on the mat. We're going to walk back to downward facing dog when you are ready. Now, in down dog, once you are there, you're really just kind of hopping on your heels. You'll start to feel your calves stretch out. You'll start to feel your hamstrings stretch out. Bend your knees and swing your hips side to side. Really start to create some movement here. Shake out your neck as well. And you can always test if you are in alignment with down dog by inhaling to plank position where your shoulders come over your wrists. Your hands stay where they are. You're going to shift your hips up and back, and then your heels may or may not touch the ground. That is your alignment for down dog to make sure that it's optimal. And just kind of shake things out. All right, take a breath in to plank position, shoulders over wrists. Shift further forward, knees down. Lead with your chin, release to the ground. This is your half chaturanga to warm up your shoulders. Elbows in, take an inhale, lift your chest up however high you wish to be today. On your exhale, child's pose, big toes touch. Release your head to the ground, relax your arms, and we're going to do this whole sequence a few times here. Inhales. Exhales. Feel the stretch in your lower back to your glutes. And then inhale, tabletop position, shoulders over your wrists. Step your hands one full palm length forward. Curl your toes, downward facing dog when you are ready. Take a breath in, bend your joints, look forward. Exhale, you can either hop or walk to your hands. Inhale, halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, fold all the way down. Chin to chest, slow inhale. You're going to roll up to standing. Take your time. Lift your arms up when you're ready. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, we're going to do that again. You're at the top of your mat, feet hip width apart. Lower core in, inhale, arms up to the sky, reach. Exhale, fold all the way down to the ground. Deep inhale, halfway up, lengthening. Exhale, fold, hands on the mat. Walk back to downward facing dog again. Keep your chest back, your heels towards the earth. Even if they don't touch, that's okay. Hop on your heels if you need to. Keep your chest pressing back. It's okay to bend your knees in down dog as well. Okay, breathing here, creating that movement, beginning to open up the bod. All right, take an inhale, shift forward, plank position. Further forward, knees down. Lead with the chin, half chaturanga, release. Remember, you can always go into full chaturanga if you wish. Elbows in, inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, downward, not downward, sorry, child's pose. All the way back, glutes to your heels, settle the forehead. Take a moment. Inhales, exhales. Breathing. All right, when you are ready, let's take a breath in. Tabletop position. We're going to do a bit of a calf stretch here first. So we'll take your right foot back. Right toes are going to be down. Press on that right heel. You'll get an automatic stretch in your right calf. Walk your hands forward. As you press on that right heel and get that calf stretch, start to shift and turn your hips around a little bit and your torso a tad as well. Really start to get things loose here. Keep your core engaged. All right, bring that right knee back. Left leg goes back, toes down on the ground. Press on that left heel, get a solid stretch, and start to twist and turn your torso and your hips. When you are turning your hips, maintain the stretch in that calf area there. Okay, perfect. Back together, both knees are back together. And then from here, have a seat on your heels. We're just gonna roll out the shoulders because you were on your hands for a while. All right, and then you're gonna have a seat. Swing your legs forward. Shake out your legs here considerably. You're gonna have your core engaged here, spine is straight, let your toes go straight up to the sky. Take an inhale, arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. You're gonna grab for whatever is accessible. Maybe it's your toes, maybe it's your calves or ankles, whatever works for you. So once you are in this forward fold, notice the stretch in your hamstrings, maybe in your calves. You're gonna breathe here steady. And it's okay to pulse a little bit too, just to kind of get those hamstrings to open up a little bit more. You may also feel a stretch in your lower back automatically. The intensity may be more in your hamstrings, and that's a signal, it's a sign that you're carrying a lot of tension in this area here, and this is your greatest contributor to your lower back. So we want to just pulse this a little bit here. Breathe, inhales, exhales, and then you're going to hold the position. Breathe very deep. This can feel very intense. It's okay if your knees are up a little bit. Don't feel like they have to be down to the ground. If they have to stay up a little bit, it's okay. You're still doing it great because you're going to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Breathing here, steady there. And we're here for 5. Keep that lower core engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Slowly come all the way up. Feet come together, knees come apart. Now for this particular posture, and I'm going to pivot a little bit towards you. For this particular posture, if you need support under your knees, those are what your blocks are for, or whatever you may have around, okay? You're going to bring your heels to the center of your body. If there's pain in your knees, bring your feet further forward. Hands around your toes, lengthen up through the spine, really extend. You can grab your ankles as well. Inhale, exhale, you're gonna lean forward. So you're hinging from the hips here. Have your lower belly slightly in so you have more space. And just steady breath. And again, once you come here, pulse a bit. You can do it with the coordination of your breath, inhaling, exhaling. Keep that pulsing going. Your body likes pulses. It allows it to prime itself when you finally settle into the static version of the posture. Keep pulsing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then now you're going to stay low here. If you need to adjust your hands in any which way, you can do that as well. You're going to stay here about 10 seconds. Breath in, breath out. We are here. 6, 5. Feel the stretches, inner and outer thigh. You may also feel it already in your lower back, which is great. Steady here for 2. Steady here for 1. Come all the way up. Bring your hands underneath your knees to bring them together. Straighten out the legs and just do a nice solid shake here. All right, just a few more items here. You're going to take your right foot, bring it to the inside of your left thigh. So your bottom of your right foot is pressing into your left thigh. Lower core in. Left leg is straight. Arms up to the sky. Exhale, lean over your left leg. Now, once you lean over the left leg, 2 areas of importance. Stretch in the back of the hamstring and a stretch in the right side of your torso all the way up to your shoulders. Now lean, breathe, pulse a little bit here for a few seconds. Cognizant of your lower core in to always protect the back. Breathing 3. Breathing 2, breathing 1. Now stay down towards your left leg. Take your right hand, bring it to the outside of your left foot, the pinky toe side, left hand out, and then you're going to lean over the leg a little bit more. And you're going to stay here. This will intensify the stretch in the torso in the back, as well as the hamstrings. Breathing here for 3, breathing here for 2, and 1. Very slowly come up. No fast movements or transitions here. Right leg goes forward, left foot comes in to the right inner thigh, right toes up, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Adjust if you need to. And sinking towards your right leg, you're gonna pulse here. Again, right hamstring is getting stretched out. And this left side of your torso all the way up to your shoulder is getting a nice solid stretch. Pulsing here for 5, 4, lower core in, 3, 2, 1. Now stay low towards that leg. Take your left hand, bring it to the outside of your right foot. Right hand goes out to the side, and you're going to lean just a little bit more diagonal here. And this will intensify the stretch in the shoulders, which will go all the way to the left side of your lower back. And then breathe here for about 7. Use your breath here. Steady inhales. 5. Slow down your exhales and unclench your jaw for 3. Steady here for 2. Nicely done. Very slowly come all the way up. There should be a feeling of liberation there in the sides of your torso all the way to your lower back. Feet together, knees apart. Again, hands around your ankles or your toes. Any support underneath your knees. Inhale, straighten up through the spine, lower core in. One more time, exhale, forward fold here. We're not going to pulse this time. This time we're just going to relax into the posture. Notice what you notice. Does it feel a little bit looser now versus the first time you did it? We are here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Very slowly come up. Knees together, feet forward, shake them out. One more forward fold, toes pointing to the sky. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, and feel how much more you can reach with your hands to come down. Feel how much more you can hinge from the hips to come towards your legs. Lower core in. We're not going to pulse. Hold steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Very slowly come all the way up. We're going to spend just a few minutes on your hips now. Your right foot is going to go on top of your left thigh. Okay? If you are able to bring your right heel into the left hip crease, great. If not, no big deal. Just have it in the center of your left foot. Now, if you need support for underneath the right knee, you can take your block, place it underneath. If you don't need support, you're fine. All you're going to do here, lower core in, arms up, just a simple forward fold over your left leg. So not only are you feeling it in the hamstrings, you should definitely be feeling this in the outside of your right hip. If you are not, what this means is maybe you bring your heel a little bit closer to the left hip line and lean a bit further forward. Let your knee drop down. Holding here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Release that right leg out slowly. Left foot goes either into your right hip crease or in the center of your right thigh. Block underneath if you need it. Toes up on the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, and just get a feel for where you're getting this stretch here. And if you're not feeling any stretch, that's okay. It just means you have some good flexibility in your hips, and that's a great sign. Either way, you're getting a stretch for your hamstrings, so you're still good. Breathing here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Slowly release the left foot, shake it all out, cross your ankles, tabletop position here. All right. Now in tabletop pose, your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. We're just going to do pigeon pose here. Hi, Rosa. And for this, you're going to take your right foot to the outside of your right wrist. Notice I said outside of your right wrist because you're already stacked in your joints. Take this left leg back, and then your right foot comes up a little bit more. And then when you're ready, you can either stay on your hands if you want to, or you can come further down. If you have a block and such, you can use that as well. All right, steady, steady breath. Inhales, exhales, soften the jaw. If you need to put a block underneath your right hip, feel free to do that. Your right glute, actually. And just steady breath here. You're going to be here in this pigeon pose for at least another 20 seconds. So deep inhales, slow exhales. And just breathe, breathe, breathe. You may feel this in the inside of your thigh. You may also feel it in the outside of your right hip. Relax your toes, make sure they're not clenched up. You're doing great, just a few more seconds here. And we're here for 7, 6, really lean into the body weight, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come onto your hands first. Curl your left toes second. Lift up and come back to tabletop position, okay? You're gonna bring your knees together. Hands are gonna come forward significantly and shake your hips side to side here. And then take your right foot back, toes down, return to that calf stretch. Press on that right heel and start to twist and turn that torso. This is one of the best ways to balance out the pigeon pose because you have full movement freedom here. Okay, twist and turn as much as you want to. And then back to tabletop position. Both hands underneath your shoulders. Again, remember alignment of the joints. Now take your left knee to the outside of the left wrist. Straighten out your right leg. Let your left foot come up a little bit higher. If you need support, you can take the block underneath your left glute or your left thigh, your choice. Either way, go ahead and settle into the posture. Relax the body here. We're going to be here for, same thing, just about 20 seconds. And just deep breaths in, slow breaths out. Notice where the stretch is coming and see if you can just release into the body weight. Your deeper breaths are very important during your postures because it is the automatic signal to your nervous system that even though you may be in a posture that requires effort, you're still relaxed. And that's the key that unlocks the magic of the yoga practices. We're here 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Onto your hands again, mindfully and carefully. You're going to come back to that tabletop position. You're going to take your left foot back, toes down, press on that left heel, walk your hands forward, and then go ahead and press on that. Get a calf stretch and twist and turn your torso and your hips in any way that feels good here. And you can make all sorts of wavy shapes here. Okay. All right, nice job. Go ahead and come to a seated position. You can sit with your glutes to your heels like so, or you can just sit in a regular seated position. And we're going to end class very simply today. First, hands are going to come to the center of your heart. Go ahead and have a feel for how your body is, if it feels more open, more expansive, and also if you can feel that the body is breathing on its own. All right, chin to chest, just take a breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Leaning forward, namaste.